So as we talk about supply chain security, and certainly we've all been talking about it a lot lately, practically speaking, like how should companies be like vetting the software that they have on their network? And, and that's a really challenging question, I realize, but are there sort of must-dos that you believe are too often being overlooked that tie back to the security of some of the applications that are being placed on networks?
It's a hard nut to crack, as they say, in this case, because in some instances, trying to do any sort of fuzzing of the product or security review of the product internally can be against your user agreements or your end user license agreements with the company that you're purchasing from. And so it almost always entails involving lawyers at some level whenever you're purchasing any product in the enterprise today. But what I would say is, in my experience, whether it's a small company that I'm buying a startup based product for a small group that needs that tool for whatever reason in the business, to a large enterprise organization, is I almost always ask to meet with or have some sort of correspondence with security leadership. As simple and silly as it sounds, I know everyone says, okay, yeah, you've got your security questionnaires that you're going to send over and people are going to fill it out. They're probably going to lie to you at some point or another. But you can pretty quickly tell the measure of a company in terms of their security posture when you sit down and actually talk with some of their security personnel. And if they don't have security personnel, that should send quite a number of alarm bells to you as a consumer to say, yeah, I don't know that I want to bring this into a large enterprise environment, because very likely they won't be able to support us anyway if something breaks, given how large enterprises will break any small tool that comes in. But if they don't even have a security team, if their security team is 2 people out of maybe 1,000-person organization, again, you start to get a sense pretty quickly of, oh yeah, they hired this person 6 weeks ago, they just had their Series C, and they don't even have a team yet. It's like, that tells me a lot about the security debt that company is going to have to go and pay off. And I don't know if I want to take that risk when I might have a probably more expensive, but at least a established, viable product out in the market that I can go buy and feel confident that if something goes wrong, I'm in good company. Which is unfortunate, right? It's like you don't want to be there because you always want to look at the people that are innovating and doing interesting things. But there are times where you're just like, I, in my role as a leader at this company, cannot take the risk if something goes bad as a result of buying or purchasing that product from a company that probably shouldn't have been trusted to begin with.